I can use visual models and equations to represent and interpret a multiplicative comparison. Okay. So here is our first problem. Jaslyn throws 2 balls at the target. She gets 4 points for landing on red. She gets 3 times as many points for landing on green. So do we know how many points red is? Yeah, we know how many points the red is. Did it tell us how many points the green is? No, we're gonna have to figure that one out. Okay, it says use a visual model to show how many points Jaslyn lands or gets for landing on red and how many points she gets for landing on green. All right, so how many points does she get for landing on red? 4. So I'm going to draw 4 squares or circles or whatever they come out to be. Uh-huh. Okay, so we know that there's 4 points for the red. And then the problem says she gets 3 times as many points for landing on green. So green is going to be whatever this is 3 times. So I'm going to draw that 3 times. 1, that's 1 time. That's 2 times. That's 3 times. So if we count all the points for the green, I'm gonna put a G right here so we don't get confused. That's green and that's red. If we counted all the points for green, how many points is that? How many squares did we draw? 12. Good. We could have also done, how could we have written that as a math problem, like a multiplication problem? Yeah. We could do 4 3 times because we did 4 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. And then we know that 4 times 3 is 12. How many points does Jaslyn get for landing on green? 12 points. Good. The amount that is 3 times as many as 4 points is 12. All right, turn the page, page 54. All right, it says Thomas unlocks 2 levels in a video game. Sasha unlocks 5 times as many levels as Thomas. How many levels did Sasha unlock? Okay, I want you to draw, like we did those squares for the points, draw the squares for the amount of levels that Thomas unlocked. So how many levels did he unlock? 2, yeah. Put a T for Thomas. All right, then it says Sasha unlocks 5 times as many as Thomas. So how many times am I going to draw this? 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how can we write that as an expression, as a equation? What does that equal? 10. Good. And if we counted out these squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we get 10. So it's 10. Yep. Count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4, 5, 10. All right. All right, so let's fill this out. Skip down to C on page 54. Look at C. It says complete the comparison and multiplication equation to describe and model the problem. All right. So this is just putting in what we just did into words. All right, so we're going to say 5 times as many as 2 is 10. Good. So that means we can do 5 times 2 equals 10. Great. Okay, so the words 5 times as many tells you to multiply 2 levels by 5. So it tells you to multiply 2 times 5. So how many levels does Sasha unlock? 10 levels. Good. Any questions so far? No? It's pretty easy. All right, go to the next page, 55. All right, page 55, number 2 says, Landon wins 4 tickets for playing a car game. He wins 6 times as many tickets for the space game. How many tickets does Landon win for the space game? All right, step A says, draw a bar model to represent the problem. So this is another way that we can represent the problem other than like drawing those squares, okay? So we're going to say use one big square, and that is going to be how many he won for the car. How many did he win for the car game? Yeah. Okay, well, you have it on your book. You have it in your book. So how many did he win playing the car? 4. So we're going to make one square 4. Okay, then it says he wins 6 times as many tickets for the space game. So we're going to draw this block of 4 how many times? 6 times. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then if we added all these up, what would we get? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 24. Good. All right. There's an example. Okay. What equation, we're on B. What equation can you use to model the problem? So we can do 6 times what? 4 equals 24. Yep. So there's our equation for B. 6 times 4 equals 24. All right. Step C says interpret your equation as a comparison. So we're writing our equation that we just wrote as a comparison. So we're comparing how many times of something. Okay. So it says blank is 6 times as many as blank. So what do you think would go there? 4 is 6 times as many as, okay. So if we wrote it like that, that would say this. When you hear is, you need to think equal to, okay? So something is equal to 6 times as many as blank. See how I did that? Something is our equal sign. 6 times is our multiplication sign. As many as, and we don't know the other. So what's going to go in the first blank? 24. If we put 4 here, that would mean 4 is equal to 6 times 24. And that's not true. So 24 is 6 times as many as 4. Good. All right, so D, Landon wins how many tickets for the space game? 24. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the check understanding. All right, so check understanding on page 55. It says, a superhero video game uses 6 coins. An airplane game uses twice as many coins as the superhero game. How many coins does the airplane game use? Complete the bar model, comparison, and equation to solve. All right, you go ahead, and right there to the right of your problem, it has the squares already written out in lines. So that top square where there's just one square, what does that one represent? The superhero or the airplane? Yeah, that's our superhero. So next to that, where there's the blue line for you to write on, next to that one square, write superhero. Yours will look like that. So that first one's the superhero. That means the second one is going to represent what? The airplane. Yeah. So these squares are going to represent coins. So the superhero uses how many coins? 6. It says right here, a superhero video game uses 6 coins. An airplane game uses twice as many coins as a superhero. So what are we going to put in this box? 6. And what's going to go in this box? Well, this one box says 6. I'm not going to change how much one box is worth. It's going to be 6. So if I have 2 6s, 6 and 6 is how many put together? 12. Hey, can everybody put your mics on mute when you're not answering? Thank you. All right. It says on your page, it says blank times as many as blank is blank. All right. Next to that, I think you should draw out what I just told you. When you see times, you do the multiplication sign. When you see is, you do what? Is what? Equals. Okay. So it says blank times. So we're going to write blank times. That means I'm going to do my multiplication. As many as, okay, I don't do anything yet. Blank is equal to blank. Write that down next to that saying. Okay. Now we've got to fill it in. We're on page 55 on the check understanding. Okay. So we're going to start with 2 times as many as what? It's going to go next. 6 is what? 12. 2 times 6 is equal to 12. And guess what? They went ahead. We already did it, so we just need to fill it in the blank. Okay. Then it says, okay, now we just answer it. The airplane game uses how many coins? 12 coins. We're done. That was it. That is that easy. Okay, like I said, you have your Module 2 test today to take. I need you to take your time. You should have a piece of paper out in front of you when you are doing that test and writing out the problems and solving them on a piece of paper. You should not be doing these addition and subtraction problems in your head. Do you understand? Please. We have not learned how to do all that in our head. We need a piece of paper out. Okay? I don't know why it's not taking some answers. Just click all the answers, and if you typed it in, it says that it's wrong, but it should be right. I'm still going to go back through and grade them. Okay? So even though it says you may be wrong, I'm still going back through and double checking it. I double check it anyway. Okay? Yeah. If you don't have it, if you don't type it in exactly how it wants you to type it in, it'll mark it wrong. So if you like put a space or something, then it'll mark it wrong. Yeah. So don't worry about it. I'm going back in and looking at them too, okay? So even though you may the comma, yeah. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm gonna see what I've tried to fix it, but it's still doing it. So I'm gonna have to go back in and see what I gotta change. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. Technology can be crazy. Okay. Let's see. Um, let's see. Kinley, what question can I ask for our attendance?